Spreaker.com. And now we are live on Facebook.com. How y'all doing? This is another episode of Candid Conversations. Yep. Must have been tagged in something. Y'all gonna see me try and get that fly every time he comes on camera. I'm gonna let you know in advance. I don't know where it came from, but I know where it's going. I know where it's going. Either way, yeah, how was your week? How's it going with you? How's life been treating you?
Oh, very good, thank you. How are you?
I am, honestly, pretty good. Pretty good, yeah. Things have been real chill. Like, it was at a hectic pace last week, but things have kind of relaxed a bit now. But, yeah, still being productive, still, making things happen.
Oh, yeah. The same thing's going on with me. I've been working so hard to get things going for myself, too. And, I wish that on everybody. During this time, whatever you could do to, help, improve your well-being, like I say, go for it.
Yeah, definitely. That's some very, very motivational words off the hop. Yeah, anything that you can do to improve your well-being, go for it. That's definitely a good ideology to possess because these times are trying. These are some trying times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, economically, biologically, sociologically. There's so many, there's so many different degrees of life that are just being affected right now. And it's like every time we think we got a grasp on it, there's something else, boom, ready to just say, no, sorry, you can't go in that direction, detour.
Yes, and I've been faced with those kind of hurdles so many times. One thing I've learned is no matter how bad it can get, it'll all work out for you.
Yeah, that's definite. I like to say that, and you will probably appreciate this this saying. I said the road to success is always under construction.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's no matter what you do, there's always something. No matter what I do, there's always something I can do to do better. And that's why I came up with that mantra, because I always felt like, especially in the studio, the next time you see the studio, it'll probably be different. That's the seventh setup of the studio.
Oh, yeah. I say it's a fabulous studio.
Oh.
It's very easy to work with. It's built for professionals. Very like I said, it does wonders, and I've heard myself.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just try to work with what I have to make the best of any situation possible. So, with that being said, I just managed to, talk to the right people and put myself in a good situation. Yeah.
As it should be, if you're you work hard and you're very diligent, your goals will come true, and I've learned that firsthand myself.
Yes, it's definite. That's so accurate. It's just, and it's what you set your mind to. What one sets their mind to. I'm telling you, for example, there was a time where I used to have a very negative perspective. Why me? How comes this can't happen? You know what I mean? Woe is me, and it just kept piling on to me. Every time I'd say "woe is me," something else more woeful would happen. It's just and then I talked to somebody, or I read a book from somebody, and I got the perspective that what you focus on is what's more likely to occur.
Now, you gotta balance it out, right?
Yes.
You got your negative and you got your positives. Now, of course you don't focus on the negatives too much, but, overthinking the positives can lead to, a minor setback of any course. And, the most important thing you could do is to, live a balanced lifestyle.
Yep.
Where, yes, you're working on your goals, but also taking the time to indulge in yourself, most importantly, I would say, because work does take a lot of your time.
Yep.
And if you're working on your goals and then you have a job on top of that, so it it does manage to persuade you from doing anything.
Yeah. It's time management. What it boils down to is just setting aside a time. I gotta, gotta shout out the Wifenger for helping me manage and balance my time. And also I got this app, and I'm gonna promote this app, Time Tree. You know what I mean? Because that's an app right there that has helped me even more so, because now me, my daughter, my wife, and I all are on the same account. So when anyone wants to add something to the schedule, it can be added, and it's just there, so we all know. And then we can say, okay, well, this time this person's doing that thing, so or this time this person has to go to that place, and it just makes life so much more effective because we're not last minute saying, oh no, we got to do this. Like, we have it set, and it gives us advance notice and all of that stuff. So
I recently myself have been working on daily scheduling, planning for the week, and I've just gotten back into the routine of things. I'm slowly starting, but I should when I get as soon as I get into it, I know I'm confident that I'll follow through, and nothing shall be missed, and it works out that way so well, and even on your cell phones, it tends to be helpful, right?
Yep, definitely. I'm just checking. Just looking at some stuff online, and you see the jokes. Shout outs to ITM and Ezra carrying on jokes on the timeline. You know what I mean? I just checking my timeline. There was something on there that I posted up, and it was talking about shrimp. And here's a controversial one. I don't know how you feel about seafood, but there's a picture of a cockroach put up beside a picture of a shrimp, and it said, "This is a land roach. This is a sea roach." And it's just like, oh my god, my skin started to crawl and everything. I was just like, they said something along the lines of,
oh, I get it.
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating the but then
I've heard that before.
Yeah, but then people have brought the conversation forward that insects are the only protein that maintain themselves, and something along the lines of the way with the current population, the Earth cannot create as much protein as is required for those who reside in it.
I see.
I'm not 100% sure on the accuracy of that statement, but it is still an interesting presumption.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, anything from the ocean has to be fresh, I guess, because of all the water. But, there are certain creatures that you shouldn't be, even going there or even, trying to eat. Mother Nature could be vicious at times. But, I'm quite sure, all the cuisines they have out there,
yeah.
It's not surprising what they come up with,
Yeah, true, because, even brisket's something that's, a tough part of the beef, eh? It's a very tough part of the beef. They had to stew it, and they marinated it and let it sit for a good bit, and then they had to cook it slow for it to actually come out as good as it does. Oxtail is a delicacy in the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at it for what it is, it's the tail of an ox. You know what I mean? It was there's some places that had to make good of what other people disregarded, but I'm not complaining. I'll still eat some of that. You know what I mean? It's good to me. I don't know how you feel about it, but tell us in the chat. This is Candid Conversations. Feel free to speak up. We got Kool Jet in the building. So yeah, this is wow. How long is it? Okay. So wait, let me do the math right now. Middle school?
Middle school, that's right.
So 24 years.
1997.
Yeah, man. 24 years. That's a long period of time to know somebody. Well, to be associated, and it's so much can happen. Who'd have thought back then that this is where we'd be now?
Oh yeah, I never at that point thought where I'd be right now. Really,
I remember. I was such a prick.
Yeah. Like, we had such bad intentions at that age.
No, I had good intentions. We had bad attitudes.
Bad attitudes.
It was good intentions.
Yeah.
But, no.
Good intentions.
Like, I remember I showed up at school late. Mrs. Thompson's class, right?
Miss Thompson's
class. And I showed up late one day, and she's like, what are you going to do when you have a job? I said, I'm going to own my own company. So maybe I did expect to be here. Because it's on the shirt, it's on the hat. I got the license up at the top of the stairs. Explosive North Enterprises has been in effect. Well, since December of 2007, technically by way of Block Basics Productions and BBP, but officially 2017. January 2017. So we've been, and in that time, I mean, like, I've gone from me working by myself in the studio to, like, building, like, working in an open space to building up the studio to that actually used to be in that room connected to the speakers. And I did, like, it's like, oh man, I'll tell you about the different setups. Like, it feels like the evolution. I've seen the evolution of audio technology, and that's why I have all of these equipment. I still have the LP. I still have the 8-track LP. You know what I mean? We had a conversation today. I put up online, and Facebook can be a wonderful thing to start a good conversation. I put it up online. I said, "Do you remember the time where you had to tape over the hole on the cassette in order to record?"
Oh
music?
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. So, an associate, a friend of ours, Don Mascot, shout out to you, Don. We were his 5,000th picture. Like, he took, like, me and Zach Burry were his 5,000th picture. So, it was like, that was totally epic. But,
congratulations.
yeah, man, I appreciate it. I was humbled by that. You know what I mean? He's like, he put it up on Facebook, and it was a really good picture, too. I was just like, wow, I didn't even know I was on the camera at the time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, but he still has, like, a 4-track, I think.
A 4-track.
4-track player, a 4-track recorder with tape, and that's something I'd be interested in seeing. Like,
I remember using those when I was younger. When I when I downloaded music.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Trust. Oh man, those mixtapes turned into mixed CDs, turned into mixed MP3 or USBs, turned into mixed, like, lists on Spotify and all those other channels.
Yeah, like, technology has really evolved, of course.
It really has, man. I'm sure, like there was a time where that phone couldn't do what it's doing right now. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
I had a choice. It was like, okay, do I get a phone or do I get a camera?
Like, either or works, but the phone technology, it amazes me, actually. This is my first time seeing it, actually, for the first time.
Yeah, man. And, like, I pull no punches. I try to show people, it's like, okay, like, yes, it takes more than it seems, but it doesn't take as much as they make it look.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know of producers that have worked on just, like, everyday speakers that have made killer hits, you know what I mean? And I know people who have full sets of studio equipment that aren't working with it.
Oh no.
You know what I mean?
Like I say, technology should not go to waste, especially if you have it. Like, I would say, preserve it and try to, like, and I encourage you, like, anybody actually, like, you know, make the most of what you can. Like, I was kind of scared to come here myself for the first time, and I actually took the trip, and it turned out great. Like, I'm really enjoying myself. Like, we're getting along so well. Like,
yeah.
And like, things are perfectly fine. I say, if you want to, and my sister taught me this. If you ever want to take a risk, go for it, because you always end up coming on top.
Or as Miss Frizzle used to say, take chances, make mistakes. Take chances and make mistakes, because that's how you learn what you can undertake. Take chances. There we go. We're live. Yes, I'm just posting it up again, sharing it for those who might not have seen it, that we're live for episode 54. This is the second week of the second year of Candid Conversations. It's like, it was a suggestion. This is like the kind of the brainchild of one private name, private number, got a job. Gotta shout him out. You know what I mean? We were talking one time and just politicking on ways we could expand our brands and and he's just like, you know what? You should do a podcast. I'm like, I'm already doing a podcast. He's like, no, separate the conversation from the music.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, okay. So like, what do I call it? Candid conversations. Boom. You know what I mean? And since then, I've just kind of been running with it, and I've had some really interesting people on here, yourself included, and I've learned so much from just different individuals and how they live their lives and what I can do to live my life better. And like a lot of people have because I have the live, and then after the fact people are making their comments and I see like, wow, like, oh, I've been watching this for however long and I appreciate this, and people have asked me to message me and ask me to speak on specific conversations like how we can better ourselves as people of color, you know what I mean, and things of that nature. It's just there's so much that has happened in the last year, and like I have all of the video saved. I want to do a best of, but it's just so hard when you're the only one. Can't even say the only one, but shout out to the wife because she's helping with the administrative elements.
Oh yeah,
but you know what I mean? Like oh my gosh, she's so awesome. She's so like. Sometimes I can tell she's just doing it just for the sake of doing it, but like she's still awesome for the fact that she does it.
Very supportive, I say.
Very. Oh my gosh, bro! Like it's like I can't even put it to words how much I appreciate what she's done for me. So yeah, that should.
All girls are beautiful like that. Like, you know, if they find a loving person, they treat their men with respect. Yes,
nurturing, very nurturing, and very, very empowering too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I read something the other day that offended me. Oh my gosh, the last thing. Like, if you offend me, that's fine because I'm a jerk sometimes. You know what I mean? I could be rude. I could say a comment. I could be judgmental. I could be a prick. Like, I'll be honest. Like, that's how I am sometimes. You catch me in the wrong light, that's what I am. But like, if you offend her, it does something to my soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, this woman is the nicest thing in the world next to Jesus.
Yeah.
How are you gonna say something to her like that? That's not right. You know, my back starts to arch, and I just look at the person hard. If they don't catch the look, then I just lean into them and shit. You know? Yeah. Oh man, I remember one time we were in a parking lot, and no, not a parking lot. I was at a Tim Hortons. And I had to talk to the manager, but there was a lineup. So the guy behind me is honking his horn. I gotta work. I said, well, you know what? If you had to go that quick, you should have got out your car and went inside. So, Tutu's, I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me pull over and talk to you. So I pull over. He gets his food. I'm going to talk to the manager. She's going to go to the grocery store, right? So she goes to in the direction of the grocery store while the guy behind me, comes out and almost hits her.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, bro? And he's like, yeah? You want to know what my problem is? Jumps out of his car and he swings at me. Bro.
Just like that.
Just like jumps out the car, like literally, like say he's in the car like this. He's coming out like this, ready to swing at me. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Mind you, my brother has always been like a foot taller than me and had like 20 to 60 pounds on me. You know what I mean?
Two large gentlemen.
we are some big boys. So, like, I'm used to like a silverback gorilla. This guy's coming at me like a dainty gazelle. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I'm seeing this shit in slow motion. I'm just like, Jesus? Is this really about to happen? Okay, fine. Block the arm, grab the other arm, spin, and then push. And I slid with him. Like, I took 4 steps, and I pinned him on the car.
Yeah.
I said, 1, 2, 3. We're done. Wrestling rules. You are pinned on the surface. I have the force to pin you. I am the winner. You are the loser. It is done right here. So I let him go. My dude stomps on my foot. What what up? You did. I just said, yeah, boom, boom. Dropped him on the ground. Just took him one time and just threw him on the ground like I was throwing away trash.
And like the one worst thing about like people is like they'll have very bad attitudes, but and like they'll, I guess respectively tend to talk trash, but like but when but I don't encourage violence either.
I don't either. I was on my way to my daughter's graduation.
Oh, no,
you know what I mean? Like, that's what burned me the most. I'm like, I'm there with every positive intention. Like, Lottie, my daughter's graduating. Yeah, she's not a little badass like everybody thought she was gonna be. You know what I mean? People are saying that she's gonna be terrible. No, she's not. She's excellent. You know what I mean? I'm happy about this. So. Like, to have that happen, I even said to the man, I was like, I'm going to my daughter's graduation right now. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
So I just done it.
And I was watching a previous episode, and like Dave here, Mr. Tyrell, the blocks are
many names for many industries.
Yes. He mentioned to Ariane that about taking a law program, which is also considered arts.
Yes, it is. And I think it's a good thing to study law. And law should be a mandatory course, personally. Like when you're studying English, you know what I mean, that should be something that's incorporated in there, because you're expected to conduct yourself in a civil and civic manner. So civil by way of being respectful to others, and civic by way of having pride for where you reside. And a lot of people don't even know their duty and standard of care, which is the responsibility to make sure they don't cause any bodily harm, and the responsibility to make sure that people around them don't cause any harm to themselves. It's really complicated. How do you expect someone to, who's going to look that up? You know what I mean? I did. These are things that I came to know, over the course of years of working with politicians and things like that. There's a lot that we're responsible for that we are completely unaware of. And Candid Conversations is here to bring some of that stuff to light.
Absolutely. Anything that, a topic could come up on. If you have any suggestions or what, so we could, it'd be possible to talk about it on here.
Yeah, by all means, send it to Candid Conversations. Punch it, type in what you think we should be talking about, and we'll converse about it. I keep looking to my left. Jesus, it's my right. Well, you're seeing the left, I guess, technically. No, you're still seeing the right. Either way, I keep looking in a direction because I'm checking out my phone to see if anybody's commenting so I can respond to them. You know what I mean? We're here to bring light to conversations that you might, want to have but not know where to discuss. I've had, oh my gosh, these last couple of weeks I've had some conversations online. This one guy put up this comment about how he got, a friend of his or something like that got this anti-interracial relationship pamphlet.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I said, what? Then I got into a conversation with someone who believes that you can't be pro-black if you're married to a white person.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that at all. My whole family is black. That doesn't change because I'm married to a white woman. I don't get it.
There's been in these generations, and coming from my generation, there's been many interracial marriages, that's David's generation as well.
Yeah.
It's worked. It's changed the world in some point.
So many ways. So many ways. There's actresses, inventors, artists, doctors, engineers, architects, people that wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the integration of diverse races. So y'all need to chill on that. You should stay with your own kind. I am. She's human. I'm human. It's not you know what I mean?
That works out well.
I didn't marry a cactus.
No.
You know what I mean? If I all of a sudden had an infatuation with a cactus, then I could understand or appreciate your discrepancy. But she a human being, and she will be respected as such, regardless of your perspective on whatever the hell it is. Straight. Just put that out there. All right. So, moving forward. Oh my gosh. I just bought a basketball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I refuse to slouch and I got a basketball. I'm going to just, even if I'm down here just doing dribble drills, I'm going to get back into it. I have my resistance bands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay active on all counts. Just like but the thing is, I find that if I'm physically active without exercising my brain, when I go to sleep, I'm just there like this, wide-eyed. Like my body's just slouching, but my eyes are just wide, trying to figure out like what to do next.
Like I said, you can't overexert yourself. Like you got to plan your day out perfectly. Mm-hmm. I would say perfectly, but even if you get like two out of four events in your day taken care of, I would say that's a very accomplished day. And that's what I've learned from like people who I worked with.
Okay, that's actually a good, because I try to like, okay, for example, on an average day, on a day I don't have a podcast, which is kind of like a below average day. So on an average Saturday, I'm up by like 7 o'clock. I put my show together by like 9:30. That's after going through my emails and looking at the songs that I've caught through the week. Or, like the people I've corresponded with through the week, because, the people that take the time to reach out to me, I take the time to, I make the time for. So, you know what I mean? I do that. I then have, I got my breakfast and everything. Then the show starts around 12:30, 1 o'clock latest, more times. And, you know what I mean? We give them an hour and a half, 2 hours of some entertainment. Like, everybody's welcome to make a suggestion or submission. If it's not received, I can't make a change if I don't know what change needs to be made. It's like, oh, you're too loud. Okay, so what does that mean? You need to be more quiet. But just tell me I need to be more quiet instead of telling me I'm too loud. If you understand what I mean.
These topics, it could be they could present to be very interesting. Like,
oh yes,
depending what they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've taken some of these topics from my Facebook, and I find that that seated land creature thing, that was interesting. I was like, okay, that stuck with me. It's like let's get some people's opinions on it. It's like handwriting. Do you still find that to be?
At the time, I thought it was very cool. Like, I couldn't get the grasp of it because of my learning disabilities, but I thought, it was pretty amazing when I saw it. When I tried it out for the first time.
But handwriting?
Handwriting.
Yeah.
Calligraphy, I guess.
Calligraphy. That I find that's really cool to me. Like, to be able to write like that. The next thing is shorthand.
Shorthand, yeah.
Shorthand. I know one person that can do shorthand, and I'm not even sure. And, like, I can't even say I know this person because I haven't seen them since high school, but, like, yeah. Yeah. They were doing shorthand course at the time.
That's pretty neat, yeah.
Yeah. Thank y'all for taking the time to tune in to Candid Conversations.
Appreciate you guys watching the Tyrell Effect tonight.
Yeah, listening on the Tyrell Effect on Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com/THETYRELLEFFECT. My daughter's like, Daddy, that's a lot of E's. I said, I know, it's only E's. Every vowel is an E. I didn't realize.
Excellent, I said.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so, oh man, we got some new things in the works. Check out Daddy Daughter Time on whatever day we decide to broadcast, because we have the freedom to do so. We have Candid Conversations every other Wednesday and every other Friday. We're going to go prime time on the Fridays. We have SmackDown happening right now on Fox. I can hear that upstairs. But I should be wearing my WWE. No, never mind. I'll I'll wear that when we start our Tough Talks podcast. Tough Talks happens every week, as well as the Terrell Effect, which you can catch on Saturdays at, 12, 1-ish. You know what I mean? It all depends on how Friday goes. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed being on the show tonight. I thank you, Dave.
No problem. Not a problem. I'm glad you came through. You know what I mean? You're
very long road.
Yeah. I'm telling you. But hey, we got a long way to go.
Yeah. It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. All right. So this has been Candid Conversations with Kool Jet and the Block. Bless up. We out. Oh my gosh! Did you hear my knee crack?
Yes, I did.
That was terrible.
I wasn't sure what that was.
It was my knee. That was so garbage. Oh man. All right, we out.